us should be harmed. None of us should be arrested. None of us are going anywhere. We're staying right here. We're going to smoke a bunch of pot. We're going to sell a bunch of pot. There's a few people growing a bunch of pot over there. And we're going to all be safe, and we're going to protect each other from harm. Because really the true harm, when it comes down to it, are the police that arrest us for having an intelligent preference for a non-toxic alternative to alcohol.
Woohoo!
Every day in British Columbia, 67 people drive to the emergency in an ambulance from alcohol overdose. 3 to 4 people die every day in British Columbia from an alcohol overdose. But because alcohol is legal, it's all part of the plan. But on pot rally day, a few of us get dizzy and everybody loses their mind. But nobody dies.
But nobody.
You know, they said 62 people went and sought medical assistance at the last 420. But there was no deaths. There's never any deaths. There's been 5,000 years of unsupervised medical use of cannabis and 0 overdose deaths. The only way people usually die with cannabis is operating heavy machinery. But if you legalize pot and you located the pot cafe next to the movie theater, less people would drive high. If you got places where people could smoke up in parks and in cafes, people would not smoke up in their vehicle and there'd be less deaths.
Yeah.
So any marijuana-related deaths are actually prohibition-related deaths in disguise. So we have to protect each other. We have to get the truth out there. They are trying to come up with a version of legalization where they can still bust all the young users and all the poor growers and dealers. And they use this new reefer madness, this new myth of cannabis inherently harming young people as a way to do that. But if you look at the general population statistics, we are not getting crazier or stupider as a community. So we have to challenge them on that myth every chance we get. We say, cannabis does not harm teens. Cannabis does not harm adults. If you use cannabis properly, it doesn't harm anybody. So just let us be. Let everyone be. Protect everyone in your legalization model that you come up with. The government has 1 year to come up with a legalization model. They promised us one next spring 2017. So in that time, we have to educate our government and our leaders, our representatives, that cannabis doesn't harm us. We want to be protected from prohibition. We want to be protected from the black market. So what we did is we came up with this 420 guidebook. We're handing them out here.
Well, you heard it yourself, guys. We legalized 2017 in Canada. Get ready for it.
Tell our rulers.